going. So, like we were saying, I think it is a really common thread that Asian Americans tend to end up losing their language and some more their connections to the Asian, their original homeland. How did you end up losing your language?
Yeah, my parents taught me Tagalog like as soon as I was born, and they also taught me English alongside that. So when I was like 3 or 4, I was going to school, and I was like fluent technically, in both of them. I was still learning both languages, of course. But when I was in school, the teacher would speak English, but I wouldn't understand because I would think they're speaking Tagalog. So it'd be hard for me to differentiate the languages. So in order to just like stop that problem, my parents just like stopped teaching me Tagalog, and they just kind of reinforced the English language more. So I kind of lost a lot of like my ability to speak the language. Now like I really understand the full language. Like if someone were to speak to me in Tagalog, I'd understand it, but it's hard for me to respond.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you still kind of have that connection to understanding them.
So like if I go back to the Philippines, I was there like 2 years ago, I think. And whenever someone would speak to me, I'd like fully understand, but I just respond in like very simple phrases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, that's so important for connecting with your family and your home culture,
exactly.
understanding the language. So, how do you see your identity evolving as someone living in the U.S. while also staying connected to your home country?
I'd say it's honestly a very complex issue, and I'm sure like a lot of Asian Americans agree because like we have this like American culture, and American culture is like it's a mixing pot, right? There's so many cultures that affect it, but because there's so many cultures, your own culture is in a sense like diluted. So like it's hard to stay connected with those roots unless they're like reinforced on the daily. Like if you're living with your parents or if you have other peers that have the same culture and you speak in your native tongue, or you guys do like usual cultural traditions. Here, I would say I don't really do that, and because my parents live so far, it has been harder staying true to like my Filipino side, and I feel more American in a sense.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you almost have to intentionally seek out those opportunities to
Exactly.
practice your culture. Um,
What?
I had a follow up question there,
Okay.
but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
All right. All right. Moving on. So I'm writing this essay on Viet Thanh Nguyen's. He wrote a keyword essay called Memory.
Mm-hmm.
In there, he writes that memory is not only personal, but social, collective, and political. How do you see your own memories,